Recently, I was asked why Kabbalah is so complicated. Now, in light of the classes I've been giving and the in-depth readings that I've been doing for a long time, I would like to say a few words about this. So, why is Kabbalah so complicated? Well, the answer is it isn't. Kabbalah itself is not complicated. It's only complicated to talk about Kabbalah. Now, the same, of course, can be said about traditions like Tao, Zen, where everything that one says about it really steers one further away from that which it is. So the next question then would be, why are Kabbalistic books, including some of my own, so intricate? Well, the answer to this question is because of the density of Kabbalah. Now, I have in the past compared Kabbalistic study to pilgrimages to Hindu temples, and I think that this analogy will explain a bit more about this density of most things Kabbalistic. Now, when in a Hindu context, one feels drawn to or has a strong resonance with a specific subject or power, one can go to a temple that represents those specific things. So if, for example, that subject is light, one could visit a temple dedicated to Agni, the god of fire, as a manifestation of light. If the light for you represents the creator, you could go to the only temple to the creator deity Brahma in India, in Pushkar. Or you could go, of course, to one of the 12 Jyotirlinga in India. Now, if inside one of these temples you have a specific strong experience that makes you want to learn more about the subject or power that is related to the temple, you can visit another temple that's the expression of that same, of the same. So in the case of a Jyotirlinga temple related to light, the temples where the lingam is said to be made out of light, the next step would be to travel to another temple belonging to this group of 12 temples in India. Now, in the framework of Kabbalah, the temple, the power place, is not a geographical place or building. It can be a phrase from one of the source texts, it can be a specific word from those phrases, or even a letter or the number that that letter is based upon. Now, in the case of receiving power from just one letter, the affiliated powers, the wider network of temples in the setting of a Hindu pilgrimage, in a Kabbalistic sense, consists of the other letters belonging to the same word. Now, in linguistic mysticism, however, this is not the last step. There are many more affiliated powers. The letter itself, namely, has many implications, already because of the name it has and the letters that spell that name, each letter having its own and adding its own dynamics. Apart from that, a word can be understood as an acronym that refers to other words, to other sentences, or sometimes even entire books. Now, this is to say that when even a single number is entered, because Kabbalah is concerned with the entering of numbers, just as one enters a temple, and when one is expanding within that number, the experience gains multiple layers, multiple depths. So, even though Kabbalah simply means reception, and relates the reception of the powers of the letters and numbers up on high, as the Kabbalistic phrase is. Talking about what actually happens is an extremely intricate and complex thing to do. So much for the simple complexity of Kabbalah. Let me in conclusion say that one of my reasons for starting my own YouTube channel is to simplify my mystical testimonies. Now, a lot of what I have posted in the past was in the true tradition of Kabbalah, and hence perhaps a little complex. In the future, I'll be posting shorter talks that address mysticism in a wider sense, including more of my own mystical interactions with Hinduism. Now, along the same lines, I'm now offering 1.5-hour introductory sessions in Kabbalah, or what to me has always been the path of numbers. These sessions will be more interactive and practical than my classes and lectures, and the emphasis will lay on what the so-called numerical living beings that are part of your life are communicating. Now, I'm keeping these sessions cheap in order to make them affordable for everyone, and through them aim to reflect your individuality as a key to unlock the secrets of your own numerical patterns. Feel free to contact me about these sessions or about any of the topics I have been discussing, and I'm looking forward to meeting you. Namaste.